how we feel about death is usually shaped by two sets of belief. Number one, there's life after death. Do you believe that? Or number two, there's no life after death. Which of these do you believe? Is there life after death or there's no life after death? If you believe that there's life after death, what is it like? Okay, let me show you this one. The Egyptian belief is an ancient belief. They believe that when it comes to death, our heart will be weighed against the feather, bird feather, okay? And if your heart is lighter than the feather because it found no good in you, then your heart will be cast to the monster and the monster will eat you. That's what the Egyptian believe. There's another belief. This belief is from India also, but it's passed through the Chinese people. We all know this guy. His name is Jin Si Hongtae. He doesn't want to die. So he ordered his soldier to go and find this water of eternity. Go and find them. I want to live forever. I don't want to die. And we know that he commanded his subjective to build this one of the largest tomb in the world. Where he believed that if I died, if I couldn't find this water of eternity, if I died, maybe after life, I believe that I will be king again. Now, I want to bring you to some of the philosophy, world philosophy, how different schools of thought thinks about death. The first person that I respect very much and admire him very much is Prince Siddhartha, or people know him as Buddha. This is his answer for death. One day, a woman came to him with a small child in her arm. And this boy died. And she was so sad, she couldn't let go of her son. So she came to Siddhartha and asked, can you please help me? Can you please resurrect this child? I miss him. I need to see him again. Please, can you do something? And Siddhartha was like, okay, you seems to be very, very, very sad, and I wish to help you. I will help you. But before I help you, I want you to do something. You have to go to the town and ask for a mustard seed from any house. He said, okay, no problem, just a mustard seed. But not just the mustard seed, but that mustard seed must be from a house that have no dead people. No people died in that house. So she went around in the morning, she knocked the door, knock, 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 knock. Sorry, do you have mustard seed? Oh yes, we have mustard seed. But anybody pass away in your house? Oh, of course, a few years ago, my wife passed away. Oh, then she went to the next house. Do you have mustard seed? Yes, I have mustard seed. But anybody pass away in the house? Oh yeah, my father passed away like a few weeks ago. Oh, she went to every house. Until evening, she couldn't find one house that have a mustard seed with nobody died in their family. And then it started to dawn on her that, oh, death is something common. She started to understand more about life and death. Then she came back to Buddha Siddhartha and say, now I understand, now I can let go of this grief. It's a good answer. She received an answer. But for me, and for all of us, good answer is not enough for me. Good answer is not enough. I want to see my dad again. I want to see my wife again, but good answer may calm me down. It may maybe give you an intellectual answer, but answer is not way out. For me, it's not enough. So I want to bring you to the next philosopher. I'm going to bring you to China. This guy, his name is Zhuangzi. Great philosopher. He's a brilliant guy when it comes to philosophy and life and death. He has this belief that we should celebrate death. He said, death comes with a season of life. If you have life, there must be death. It comes in one package. So we should celebrate death. For example, if you're born, we celebrate. It's a milestone. You grow up, you graduate, people celebrate, right? When you graduate, when you find new work, we celebrate. And when you die, it's another milestone. It comes with life, it's the same package. So when you die, why don't we celebrate too? We should celebrate. That's what Zhuangzi said. And when his wife passed away, he was happy, he threw a party, and people were like, Why, aren't you sad for your wife? She passed away. He said, why? We should celebrate because she reached another milestone. It's another milestone. That's it. So he gave an answer to death this way. We should celebrate death because she have reached this success point. That's what Zhuangzi teaches his follower. To me, it's a good answer. It helps us to think a little bit more. But it's not the way out. It's a good answer. Now I want to bring you to analytical philosopher for the West, from the East to the West. The West, this guy's name is Jeff Manson. Jeff Manson said that he separates people into two groups. The first group is they believe that death is real. The second group of people, they think that death is not real. Which group are you in? Death is real or it's not real? For those who think that death is real, death is like a blank wall. So each of us are born facing that wall. No matter we turn left or right or back, we will hit that wall of emptiness, that wall of void. So Jeff Manson said that there's nothing excited about death. We all have experienced death before. That is what Jeff Manson said. He said 13 billion years ago, where there's no human, where there's no life, where there's no us, we are nothing. We have died before. And if we live just for 70, 80 years and we died, it's just we're going back to the same place where we were, where nothingness. So if we born, we will face that wall again and that empty void. And why are you so excited about death? Because we died. We all have died before. But he said another group of people that don't believe that death is real are the Christian. Christian, we don't believe in death. People who believe in death are maybe like atheists because they just believe that we go back to the same stage. But for me, Christian, we don't believe in death because we have life, and when people say we died, actually we just sleep, right? We just sleep. There's no death. We just sleep, just waiting for Christ coming, just waiting for Jesus to wake us and bring us home. There's no death. So as a Christian, really, we don't believe in death. There's no death. Because Jesus Christ is the one who solved this problem. So, all this intellectual answer may make us feel good. But it is not the solution to death. It is not the way. It is a good answer. Man cannot give a solution to death because we do not have the solution. And when we don't have a solution, all we can do is just give a smart answer. Right? Sometimes we don't have a solution. We just give a good answer, a comforting answer. It's good, but it's not good enough. What I need is a solution to this biggest problem of humanity. How can I escape from death? When it comes to the problem of this vital problem of death, we don't just want smart answer. We don't want philosophical answer. Every time when we confront death, every time when our loved one pass away, our heart always turns to what is eternal. From what is eternal to what is eternal. Our hearts always turn to God because we know that He's the only hope that we will meet again. Right? We know deep in our heart that He is the only way. He is the only solution. That's why we come to church. That's why we look toward Jesus for this solution. For those people who think death is not real, death is door to another life. That group of people is Christian. People who are not Christian, they believe that death is the door to void, nothing else. But for Christian, this void door, this door of nothingness turns to another new day, new morning, new life because of Jesus Christ. When Satan got Jesus crucified on the cross, Satan thought that I have victory over the Son of Man, over Jesus. Jesus died. Ha ha ha. He died. See, everybody dies. Everybody's subject to death. Even the Son of God also subject to death. He cannot gain victory over death. Now I win. That's what Satan thought. That's what death thought about himself. But it is Jesus actually gained victory over death. Death that has bound human for a long, long time. And human have no hope. On that third day, on that Sunday, God raised Jesus up from the dead. And when Jesus was resurrected from the dead, Jesus grabbed death by its chair and say, "Oh, death, where's your victory?" Now I can laugh. หัวเราะทีหลังดังกว่าใช่ไหม I laugh afterward. You thought you got me, death? Now I got you. And so Jesus poured out his collar. I win. Death, where's your victory? Death, where's your sting? No more, because I gain victory over death. Before I end, I leave you with two Bible verses. Number one, Jesus said, "For this is how God loved the world. He gave one and only Son, so that everyone who believes in Him will not perish but have eternal life." For those who believe in Jesus, there's no perishing. And last question I want to ask you, and this is the question that Jesus wants to ask all of you. Jesus said, "I am the resurrection and the life. The one who believes in me will live even if he or she dies. And the one who lives and believes in me will never die." Do you believe this?
Amen to that.
That is the question that Jesus is asking you today. Do you believe this? That you will never die. May God bless you. May God shalom your heart. May the peace of the Lord rest upon each of you, and especially Dr. Panya and family. Happy Sabbath.
Happy Sabbath.